Hey everybody, it's Aaron from the Best Family Homestead. So today I'm going to be doing a how-to video on building a lightweight, inexpensive, versatile animal shelter. It can be one of the biggest costs, whether it's goats, chickens, whatever, if you need something to move around. But housing, something to keep them out of the rain, out of the wind, it can get very expensive using lumber or anything else. I got to figure out a way to do it. Today I'm going to build about a 8 by 8 foot long by 4 foot wide by 4 foot high shelter that I can move around. It's only going to weigh about 20 or 30 pounds. One person can move it. Two people can easily move it. You can move it from place to place. I use them a lot for the dogs and the goats because I can move them around. It works great. So all that, I'm going to show you guys why we need to do that. So it only takes a couple things. First thing I've got here is two 16-foot goat panels. Now you can opt for the cheaper cattle panels that have different sizes of panels. They're a little bit more expensive, a little bit more difficult to work with because the squares aren't all uniform. With these uniform panels, much easier. Prices change, and from area to area. I think I paid though like about $60 for the two of these. They're like 30 bucks each. You're going to need a angle grinder with a couple cutoff wheels. You're going to need some hog rings and hog ring pliers. And the hog ring and hog ring pliers, we'll talk about those in a minute. Those are probably one of the most important things around a homestead. Tape measure, a tarp. This tarp I got, I think it was $12, $13 at Harbor Freight. And then a couple pieces of wood. Now the wood's going to be optional. You don't have to have it. Just can make it a little bit better. But the wood you don't have to have. All right. So I'm gonna get the power and extension cords out here. I'm gonna explain to y'all and show y'all how to build a big doghouse, animal enclosure, whatever you need it for. And the best part is it's under $100 and it'll only take us about maybe an hour, probably less, start to finish. All right, well, let's get started on it. All right, guys, so you can see it's getting late, but it's going to help prove my point on how fast this is to build. So I have two 16-foot cattle panels here. Let's say I'm going to make just under an 8 foot long by 4 foot wide by 4 foot high dog enclosure. And I'm going to show you guys how you can do this nice and fast. All right. First thing I'm going to do, so I know these are, I just got a 16-foot tape. There we go. All right, 16 foot. Now, these are 4-inch squares, so we know we're going to lose 4 inches in between each one. All right, so I'm going to go 7 foot 4 inches. Now, I'm going to go 7 foot 4 inches to this bar, and then I'm going to cut on the 7 foot 5 inch side. All right, so I'm going to do that on both sides, and that's going to be our back and our top. All right, so here we go. I got my back and my top cut. So I've got my back and my top. Now the third long side, I've got to make room for the door. So instead of 7 foot 4, I'm gonna go at 6 foot, and that'll give a 2 foot 4 inch opening for the door. So we're gonna cut that real quick. All right, guys, so we've got our back and our top at 7 foot 4 inches. We've got our front at at 7 foot 4 inches. We got our front at 6 foot, and now we're gonna cut both of our sides at 4 feet. All right, now remember, you gotta measure 4 foot, and cut on the other side so you have 4 foot of actual squares. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut both these 4 foot squares at the same time. All right guys, so now we have our framework here for our main house. All right, remember I was talking about these hog ring pliers and how these are a must for any homestead, any DIY person, probably the handiest thing you'll ever use. So this is one of the things that makes this particular design so strong. I got my 2 7-foot pieces, 7'4" pieces here. I'll just show you, you don't have to have an extra person. I got you. One person can do these pretty easy. Now here's the way hog ring pliers work. Mine are missing the spring. Normally the spring will hold these open. I'll put my ring in here. I'm gonna hook it, the 2 panels together, close it up. Now I'm gonna repeat that. So we had to put a little light up, make sure you can see, but wintertime it starts to get dark really fast. We've been working about 30 minutes. We've got it this far. So as you can see, this thing is pretty solid. A couple more things we want to do, and I just want to show you guys how there's almost zero waste. So we have our door opening there. And when I cut these little spikes off here, I don't need it to close up. If you did want it to close up, you could absolutely run some hog rings right here, and then some D-rings or a latch here. So out of 2 16-foot panels, you can make one that has a cage to close up if you need a kennel or something for the dogs. So if you make a door, you're going to use this whole piece. If you'll notice, like right here, it's a little bit wobbly. So I'm going to take and show you how I'm going to cut the spikes off of this. I'll show you what we're going to do with them.
And I have to correct you on one thing, Aaron. You said we've been at this for 30 minutes. We've been at this for 16 minutes.
Oh, well, time flies when you're having fun, I guess.
Right.
All right, 16 minutes, 16 minutes. Hey, who knows? I might beat what I said originally. Alright, so this piece hog ring. So you notice how this little door part here is flimsy. This is for. This is one of the best things about hog ring, is because it makes jobs where if you don't have 2 people, one person can hold the hog ring pliers, will kind of hold themselves, So one person could do a job a lot easier with the hog rings that you couldn't really do with just one person. Can make this even better and make it a weatherproof doghouse for about another $15. I got to have our basic dog shelter built here. The wood here is optional. You can honestly do the rest of this without the wood, but I like to do this just to help shed the water. I'm just using scrap wood here. If you have scrap wood, put it right about where you need to the width of the shelter. Kind of a downward angle for the tarp we're going to put on here. So that the water will go downhill, as well as the tarp will last a lot longer by putting these pieces of wood on the edge here, because it can't rip on the hog greens or on any of the metal. So I'm gonna start right here on the corner. Use the corner of my tarp. Now you can get the more expensive tarps, but I find it cheaper. They last actually a few years. So I just get the more expensive ones. Now look how I'm going through the grommet right here on the corner. Right, I'm gonna put this down here, lift it up, all right? And then I'm gonna go over here to the other corner. And this is just so we make sure we have enough length on each side. And if anyone is wondering why we're rushing around doing this at night, well, it's because I need to get some extra dog shelter in for some of our rescues before I go fishing here tomorrow morning. So yeah, I've got a little bit of fish fever and trying to get all my chores knocked out. So there is a very, very good explanation as to why I'm rushing. At least in my mind, it's a good explanation. Alright, because I've got a big bunch, I'm going to one of them zip ties right there under your feet. I'm going to add one more zip tie right here. And there you have it. Now, folks, I know it's not beautiful. Probably do a little bit, you know, more zip ties and a couple more hog panels. But overall, we have definitely less than an hour. If you need some quick shelter, and inexpensive, I mean, total is under $100. If you live in a colder climate where you need some insulation, I said you can put this door on for an extra $30. You can cut blue board, you know, blue insulation foam board, put it on the outside, and then put your tarp over that, and it's going to work for cold weather. Down here where it's hotter, you know, you can do this. It's going to shed the water, and then if it gets warm, all you got to do is take and break those hog rings loose and cut them zip ties. You can roll the tarp up to the sides, zip tie the tarp. Now you've got ventilation going through it for hot weather. And one of the best parts is, it can be a pain to move by yourself. I do it quite often. You know, you can pick it up and move it around. With 2 people, it's too easy. This one's just pretty good size. 2 people, you move it around. Now, if you're worried about, you know, if you're somewhere where, like down here in Georgia, where I have these in my goat pens, I'll just put two of the, like, dog stake out the screws and run a single ratchet strap from one set of ground screws to the other, ratchet it down because it's light, and that way it doesn't take flight. I came up with this all on my own. I'm kind of proud of it. I'm sure some other people have a way better idea of kind of the same thing, but as of yet, I haven't found anything for under $100 and under an hour that you can build, you know, to keep your animals in the dry. Now, with that being said, it's time to finish packing some fishing gear and get on the road. Hope you all like this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Make sure to check out Robert's channel. Watch your step. He's been a trooper today, dealing with me all over the place, trying to finish some last minute stuff up here on the homestead. So we will be back, and see y'all next time.